Hi, my name is Gautam. I've been in Canada for like over 4.5, 5 years now. And first of all, it's just like a disclaimer. This is not a forced video or anything. Me and Sharmila just decided to catch up for a coffee and we decided let's do a video because I really appreciate things when people do it in a very professional way because I work for a company that and I know what the client service is and how the customer service experience matters. So I just want to take a couple of minutes and talk about what a great experience I had with Ann Arbour and people that I worked with Ann Arbour. So it was such a great experience. I just didn't want to, skip this part. So we decided to do this. So I've been here in Canada for 4 years and I came in as a student. I went to university here and then I decided I'll move from Ontario to Calgary, looking for a job, and then I work for a government bank here. So it was such a critical experience that I didn't know how to start with my permanent residency process because with the government changing a lot of rules and regulations, it was getting a little bit of a hassle for me to start the process. And then over the course of time, when I decided I'll start the process, I went through different lawyers, not just people that I met in Alberta. It's just that I met a lot of lawyers or spoke to them over the phone where I got charged just because I was talking to them over the phone, different people from Montreal or Ontario or BC. And end of the day, it was just I didn't get any good end result that I wanted to proceed with them. Just I spent a lot of money, and it was just more than money. Sometimes it's just about the energy that you spent. And end of the day, you feel like the people that talking about your permanent residency, they don't give you a concrete answer, and it doesn't make sense. And then I was at a point of frustration, and I was having a meltdown, a breakdown, back in 2015 because I just had a year left in my work permit, and that's when one of my good friends and my landlord that I live with, she decided, why don't you just give it a try, because she had a friend experience through Ann Arbour, and he moved from Sri Lanka to Canada. And then I was totally skeptical when I sent my application, or I called Ann Arbour because I thought it's going to be another consultancy who's just all about money. But I spoke to my first conversation was with Amelia. It was so great. She was very kind. Sometimes it's just the way you talk to people. And then I was introduced to later Tanya, and I need to say a special word for Tanya. Tanya has been so kind and Tanya has been so professional. She established that trust because for sometimes you need that trust to be established for a client experience. And Tanya established that trust, and probably I called her twice during my whole process, and just not because I was perturbed. I just call her just so that we don't forget each other's face, right? And in fact, I haven't met even Tanya, so one of these days. But it was such a great pleasure and experience working because they made it hassle-free, and the good part was it was not like another company who wanted the money upfront. They had such a great plan about how you can make your payments so that you don't, as a student, you can't afford, or it just makes it easy with the payment plan. And even with the client experience, it was just so great because when I went and when I started, all they wanted is just to see if I'm even qualifying. It was not like another consultancy who would just take my money and say end of the day they don't qualify. And another person I would want to mention is Dilhani, who's not in Canada but in Sri Lanka. But oh my God, she was just like my mother, just behind me all the time. She literally had a whiplash and she was just behind me. Send me this document, send me that document. And I was just like, Dilhani, wherever you are, a big hello and thank you so much. You've been so kind. And she literally double-checked, triple-checked all my documents, whether it was scanned or it was done right, and it was just such a professional way. I was so thoroughly impressed. That was the one thing that established the confidence for me to go with Ann Arbour. And Tanya said it's going to be 6 months. Just exactly 5 days before 6 months, I got my permanent residency. It was just one of those happy days because it means a lot because you come with so much of dreams to establish a life. And you don't want to go back and start all over again. But, I feel like Ann Arbour, Sharmila, Tanya, Dilhani, Amelia, and everybody was an integral part of getting this journey together. And it was such a great experience. It's not that I'm talking here for money or I'm just doing a word of marketing just to promote the company. This comes wholeheartedly from my heart because I really, really loved working with these guys. And I would literally pen a book about how great of an experience this Ann Arbour was. And I would love love to work with these guys again. And thank you so much. And whoever is watching, you know what? It's just not like another marketing video. If you guys would love to, it's legit. Go work with them. They're really good. Thank you.